Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. Now this is just a quick video and it centres around a question that I not only received today but I've received quite frequently more recently, and it's about Amazon ads. People putting Amazon ads on their books and they're wanting to know how quick can I put ads on a book, or I've just put ads on a book that I published a few days ago, or ads on a book I published a month ago and I'm not making sales, or made a few sales or not enough sales. But it all boils down to one essential theme, and that is, how can I make money from my book and how can I make it really quickly? Now the problem is, a lot of the people that are asking this question are just starting out. So they've produced a few books, putting ads on them and expecting to make sales. Now let me give you this from my perspective and from my experience, because I didn't start putting ads on my books until, well over 18 months, probably 20 months into doing this KDP low content book publishing. And I wouldn't have dreamed of doing ads early on, because essentially if you're doing ads early on into this business, you don't actually know what works and what sells. So what I did was, I had a series of books, business related logbooks, that I started producing in June 2019, and a particular design sold and started to sell a lot, and that actually became my best seller. And if you watch my videos on my monthly incomes, you'll see that there's one particular book, and the last few months it's been selling around the $1,000 worth, or bringing in $1,000 worth of royalties per month. And I used that design, it was a similar theme of that design, and created further business books, because I knew that that design must appeal to people because it started to sell. And yes, when I then applied it to other books, those other books started to sell. So I knew straight away that this particular type of cover design worked and appealed to people. So when I produced books with that similar design cover that weren't selling, and that could be many reasons, maybe the price mark wasn't in that ideal zone, or maybe from a keyword standpoint of view, Amazon hadn't given it enough relevancy for that particular keyword, so it wasn't ranking particularly well. But I knew I had a basic design, a basic formula for the cover and the title and subtitle that was working on other books. So I thought, well, this should work on these particular books. So now, on those that aren't selling, I would do ads on those, because I know I've got a formula that sells. And in fact, yes, they did sell with the ads, sold very well. With the ads I broke even, but the bestsellers ranks dropped, and I started to get reviews, and favourable reviews. So then I stopped the ads and sales continued on an organic level, because the rankings on Amazon improved. The problem comes if you try and put ads on books too early into this business, before you've even started to make organic sales. The problem is you're spending money on ideas that you don't know are going to sell. And it'd be like, say, creating a car. You've got this garage and you've created this design of a car, and you think, right, I'm going to put it up for sale and I'm going to spend all this money on ads. I'm going to get that prime Super Bowl ad. I'm going to get all these different types of video, radio ads, magazine ads, and get that car sold. But the problem is, you've never tested the market with that car. So you don't even know if people really want to buy that particular style of car, colour of car, whatever. And it's the same with the books. You need to, well, my advice is you need to sell and test that out in the market first of all. And if it does sell, then apply that knowledge and that similar design to other books in other niches. Therefore, you're more guaranteed to make sales with your ads and not waste money. It's like, I suppose the word is, you need a proof of concept. And if you're just starting out and you've only produced 20 books, not made any sales, you haven't really got any proof of concept, because you don't know, if you put ads on it, you don't know whether it's not selling just because the book looks awful, or you've made punctuation or spelling errors in the title, that type of thing. So my advice is don't rush into ads. Work on the business. Work on learning what works and what sells and how to do the research. And then when you have some sales organically and you get an idea of what's working, i.e. a proof of concept, then start to produce ads on maybe those books to increase sales and ranking, or books with a similar design style set out, because you know that model, that appearance, that proof of concept works. Otherwise, I think probably there's a good chance of you, one, not making any sales, or two, wasting money on your ads, or three, you've run your ads, you stop running the ads and you stop making sales. So that's just a little tip for today. And what I think I might start doing is doing reviews of people's books, because I get a lot of requests now for reviewing people's books. And if you want to do that, then probably the best way is to direct message me, say something like through Instagram. The link to Instagram is down below. But the deal would be, I want to do reviews of the books on YouTube. So if you don't want people to see your books, or you're worried that someone's going to nick this fantastic idea, and that's another thing. People are reluctant to show me their books because they think people are going to steal these fantastic ideas, and they're ideas of books that have never even sold. And I think there's probably loads of books very similar to them anyway. But if you are prepared to have your book revealed on YouTube and for me to do a review of it, then message me on Instagram. Just direct message me and we can go from there, because I think it's a good learning process for yourselves if you want books reviewed, and for other people. But I'm afraid it will be an honest review. I won't be pulling any punches, and if it looks awful, I'll tell you that it looks awful, and I'll pick apart the punctuation and grammar, because I see a lot of books where just basic punctuation and grammar errors are preventing them from making sales, because you're targeting an English-speaking market, America, and those sorts of things stand out. And yes, I've mentioned it before, I know it's difficult if you're not if English is not your first language, but it's something that you need to really try and work on and sort out. Okay, that's it for now. I hope you found that useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell, and until next time, goodbye.